Hello, my name is Melchizedek, but you can call me Mel, and I have been positive with HIV for almost 9 years. For me, honestly, my story starts way before I even came into my HIV diagnosis. I'm a PK, a preacher's kid. I grew up going to church 6 times a week, and I honestly didn't even mind it. I loved going to church. It wasn't until I hit puberty, hormones were released, I realized, okay, you're gay, and the guilt started immediately, the shame started immediately, and even messages from my family, my father particularly, changed. It was different. I didn't get the normal going off to college or going off to high school. It was let them know that, you love the Lord and that you're straight. And when someone in the church, their son tested positive, fear-mongering started immediately. It was, you don't want to end up like him. You don't want to end up like him. Make sure you're on your stuff. And honestly, for the most part, I thought I was. I was that friend that was living vicariously through their other friends, like, live your life as you see fit, but make sure you wrap it up. And I was in what I thought was a trusting relationship for 2 years. And we went our separate ways. Things just didn't work out. And we didn't talk for about a month. And I ended up getting a message from them. And I honestly knew in that moment it was not going to be good because we don't really talk like that. They let me know that they tested positive and I should go get tested. And I knew in that moment. However, I still put my brave face on. After my work shift, went to the clinic, and it was reactive. I initially honestly didn't feel anything. And then I went home, holed up in my room, felt nothing until I was on the phone with my ex's mother, because we were still close, and she was crying. And I asked her why. This isn't your fault. And she let me know that she had knew that he was cheating the entire time, but said nothing. And that's when all the anger set in, because it could have been prevented. And initially, I wasn't even holding myself accountable because I thought I did it correctly. We used protection the first half of the relationship, and I trusted him, so we didn't the second half of the relationship. And what was hard in that moment, I had already moved on. I was already in another relationship, so letting him know was hard. And I let him know through text. And I'm very, very grateful and thankful that he didn't just dump me by the wayside. And although we didn't work out, we made our way through it. And I went through a lot of stigma and shame and guilt, and I kept it to myself until 2020 in terms of to the masses. My younger sister, she knew. She was my ride or die, the first person that I told. When I moved home post-graduation for a few months, she would hide the medicine when it would come so my parents wouldn't know, even concocted a couple of lies a couple of times to protect myself. And I'm so grateful for that. And it wasn't until 2020 where I was just like, what are you doing? Let's start living in your truth. And I made a post on Facebook. The most liked post I have on Facebook, even to this day. And the one thing I felt was interesting is some people were like, wait, you don't even look like you have HIV. You're so healthy, you're so happy, you're always dancing. And I was like, exactly. And I knew in that moment, I had to live in my truth. I had to make a statement because a lot of people still had no idea on what HIV looks like. And even coming here for this campaign, for the shooting, it still hadn't hit me yet that the masses were going to learn about my status. And if it was not for the warm energy and just good vibes from all of the other ambassadors, the production team, the staff, I wouldn't have felt as comfortable as I am now, being raw in front of all of you. I have learned that it's okay to be human. I'm gonna have my days to where nothing is working out. I hate myself, I hate everyone around me, and that's okay, because I'm human. I allow myself to feel my feels, I keep it going, and I remind myself, you live every single day. So how are you living it? Are you living it to the fullest? Are you happy? Are you authentically you?